Hi guys, welcome back to the I Don't Even Know podcast. I'm Em. I hope you're doing well today. I'm here, All American, Season 3, Episode 4. We have 9 episodes left, officially 9 episodes, which is crazy to think that we are in the single digits of not only this season, but the show, and I'm still upset that it got canceled. I mean, I went on about this in episode 1, but I'm still pissed off because there was so much more they could do. Like, there's so much more story to, tell, especially with Simone because she is a junior. So we could have seen her senior year, even though everyone else would have graduated, or most people would have graduated. We would have seen her, we would have seen JR, maybe Lando, because I don't know what year he is, but I'm still so upset, especially now, because it's, really sinking in that it's ending, and I'm getting, into the season even more now, I mean, I got into it first episode, obviously, because I love the show, and I love Simone, but it always takes me a bit to really, get into, the season, and I finally am. I really enjoyed this episode, and, seeing the different things they did this episode upset me because we're not going to see them partying anymore, doing college things. I mean, I don't do, the stuff they do. I'm in college. I don't, because I don't have a life, and I just like being in my dorm alone and doing things like this. I don't go out to clubs. I don't do that kind of stuff just because it's not my type of thing. But it's just, I want to see more of that, and we didn't see it really in season 1 or season 2. Occasionally we would, but I think they could do more of that, and there's just stuff like that I want to see, and we probably won't get it because, again, we got canceled. Honestly, I think I might have said this in episode 1, I'm not 100% sure, but I would have been fine if they canceled All American and renewed this instead, even though, I'm more attached to All American because I'm, more attached to the characters and stuff like that. But I think this, we have, more stuff. We could tell, more stories. We could tell, it has so much potential, and it really is showing it and, has showed its potential all 3 seasons. But we could have had one more season to wrap up Simone's journey, and just to get into more things, and because I wanted to see her go pro, or her get to that point, and we're not sure if she will because of what happened, or at least that might be a storyline that's happening that she might not be able to play. But I feel like if they renewed this instead of All American, it would have been a lot better, because I'm happy All American got a season 7, kind of, unless Jordan and Layla aren't in it, and then, I will not be watching. But I think they've run its course. There's, stuff they can do, but for the most part, it's run its course. 6 seasons. We went through Spencer's whole journey, because he's not even in it. Let's cancel it and move on to Homecoming and let Simone's tennis journey finish, It's one reason I wanted a season 4 so bad wasn't just because I thought it deserved more and it's such great potential. It was because I wanted to see Simone's full journey from the beginning. We saw her freshman year. We didn't really get to see her sophomore year because they did the jump, but still, I mean, it's fine. It's something. And then we're seeing her junior year. I get everyone else is leaving because, they're graduating, they're older than her, but they could have done senior year. I'm sorry, I still think that it would have been nice to see. It really would have been. I hope that they'll somehow bring Simone in season 7. I don't think they will, and it's kind of harder now. Back in season 4, she got brought in because of Jordan, and season 5, she got brought in because of that kind of drama and just for the drama part of it all, and Layla. So now I don't really think she will, because there's not really a reason to, since Spencer and Olivia are gone as well. But I still would like to see her because I want to know how she's doing. like, once this show ends, yeah, I don't know. I'm just still really upset because it really is starting to hit me that this is the final season, even though it's not really giving me final season, like, energy. Like, All American season 6, it gave me final season energy. Like, I would say that it really felt like the final season, and it kind of was in a way because of Olivia and Spencer, like, leaving. But for this, like, I want it to give me final season energy, even though I don't want to think about it ending. I like when a final season feels like the final season because it means they're wrapping stuff up, you know? And maybe in the next few episodes it will start feeling like that. But to me, it feels like we're getting another season, and I know we're not. And, like, maybe it's because of her and Lando and stuff like that. I feel like maybe when they get together it'll feel like the end. Because I always, like, have said that, like, the final season of All American Homecoming, I don't know if I said this on here, but I said it to someone at some point, that when it, like, the final season of the show, like, she's going to be in a relationship and it's going to end like that, you know? Like, she's going to be in the relationship with the person she's ending up with. She was with Damon. Obviously, that's not really working out. I think they might be endgame still. I feel like if they didn't get canceled and they had time to do another season, they would be for sure be endgame. But now it's like Lando. And so I think maybe when her and Lando get together, I feel like that's when I'll be like, okay, it's, like, feels like it to me. Does that make any sense? I don't know if I'm making any sense, but, oh, I am. But then I don't think they're gonna get together until, like, the last episode. Especially because he's dating her sister, her sorority sister. Like, fuck. Like, of course, it's fine. I'm happy for Lando. Like, I really am. I'm happy he's doing, like, well, and he's somewhat getting over Simone. I mean, we know he's still not, because what they had was special, and he, like, can't really, like, it's gonna be hard for him. And that's why they can't be, you know, just friends. But it's like, I want to be happy, but, like, I just want them back together. And I think him dating the sorority sister is gonna cause some type of drama once he kind of, like, starts going back to her. And I feel like maybe they're gonna hook up soon, and then she's gonna figure it out and be like, oh my gosh. Or with everything that's happening with Simone right now, he's gonna try to be there for her and help her through this, and the sister is gonna get upset and, like, be like, what the hell? I don't know why. I just see that happening, because I don't know why they would make him date one of her sorority sisters if it wasn't going to, like, cause some chaos, you know? And we know it did, like, 2 episodes ago. Was it 2 episodes? Yeah, 2 episodes ago, when, like, they kind of were hooking up. Simone was jealous because that's her sister and stuff like that. So I guess we'll have to see. I mean, I don't think we're really gonna see a lot of Lando and Eva together, because, like, it's not really a big storyline. It's just really to get Simone jealous, I think, and then have them to get together and have some sort of drama. I feel like that's the reason they're doing it. So I don't think we'll see a lot, which I'm fine with, but I want to see, like, how they're going to do Lando and Simone. Because, like, for this episode, I kind of thought that maybe they were going to hook up, even though I didn't want them to, because she was, like, blackout drunk. But then, to be fair, I didn't even really think they were going to hook up. I thought they were just going to kiss. Because Lando is not the type of person to fuck someone when they're drunk, especially when he really cares about the person. Like, if they were both drunk, that would be different. But when you're drunk, you can't really give consent. It's, like, hard to, because you, like, don't know what the hell you're doing. So you might give it, but you might not actually mean it, you know? Or, as I think, as someone who's never gotten drunk before and only had a sip of wine because they thought it was cranberry juice, and it very much was. It was fucking disgusting. I don't know. I assume, like, you might give consent when you're drunk, but you might not actually mean it, and you realize the next day and be like, oh my gosh, you just said it because you were, like, blackout. Maybe that's not the case. So, like, I'm happy they didn't hook up, but I would have liked to kiss. Or, like, her to tell him that she's, like, in love with him. Now, that would have been sick. I kind of was expecting that for some reason. because I was like, why is she calling him when she is blackout drunk? Like, girl was going crazy, and honestly, I was kind of living for it. It's kind of like with Spencer, even though Spencer drunk was even, like, more hilarious than this, because, like, Simone, we kind of see her all happy and, like, kind of like this. Not like this, but, like, in a way, like, you know what I mean, like hyper or some shit like that. We never see Spencer like this. So when Spencer was drunk at his 21st, it was like everything to me. I had a great time. With this, I had a great time as well, and I enjoyed it, just not as much, you know. But honestly, I feel like she needs to, like, get drunk more. Like, I don't want her, like, I'm not supporting, like, getting drunk every day, and because you can drink, I don't care, like, go for it, like that. But, like, I don't want her to, like, you know, progressively drink and, like, it to become an issue, obviously. But I liked seeing her like this episode because of everything that was going on with her. Like, she was going through it, she was stressed, and, like, she hasn't really been herself the last few episodes, and you could tell that. And, like, I missed my Simone, like, I missed the way she was, and I get she's, like, going through it, she's changed and stuff like that, and there's a lot of things going on with her, which I get, but I liked seeing her like this and having fun, and then just her with Lando and just laughing even though she was drunk, and it was like, I think the thing she said, she still meant, because like Lando said, when you're drunk and you say stuff, there is still some truth to it. And I don't know if that's, like, actually true. I think it is from what I've heard from people. Because I know someone who, like, was drunk at a party and, like, said they loved, like, they were in love with someone, like, their friend. And the next day they were like, oh no, like, I was blackout drunk, like, that didn't mean anything. And she, in fact, was. So, like, I think there is always some truth, like Lando said. So, I think, like, the stuff she said, and, like, not only the stuff she said, like, the way she looked at him and the way she almost kissed him, I think she has feelings for him, and I stand by that. Like, she does. Like, she has to. I mean, I've been saying this since episode 2, the way she's been acting with Lando, like, it's obvious. Like, I don't think she would call him drunk if she didn't have feelings for him. Or try to call him, and she texted him. I'm just surprised that guy showed up. Like, shout out to him for saying you're not friends and you can't be friends with someone, and, like, he literally said we're not friends. You kind of are acting like one because you show up when she's drunk. Like, honestly, I feel like if I wasn't friends with someone and they, like, drunk texted me, would I show up? I mean, maybe to make sure they're okay, but honestly, maybe not if I was in that situation. Like, am I the only one who thought that was weird? How he keeps saying, like, we're not friends, we're not blah, blah, blah. And then, like, he's showing up and being there for her and, like, helping her. And he, like, spent the night with her and talked to her the next day when she wasn't drunk and was trying to calm her down and give her advice about what she said, about how when she came to Bringston, she, like, thought she was going to feel powerful, and now she did it to feel powerful and empowered, and now she feels powerless or whatever like that. Because, like, you know, in All American, she had a baby, she got married, got annulled, or she got married, then almost got, like, renewed the vows, backed out of that, got annulled, and then broke up with the guy she was with. So, like, she's gone through so much, and she just wanted to, you know, get away from it all to feel powerful and feel better, and it didn't work as of right now because of everything that's happening with tennis, how, like, she lost her first match, she lost, like, the championship, or I don't know if they were in the championship, I don't remember that, but, like, I know they didn't win it. And then, like, her arm, like, she can't get the doctors to listen to her and tell her, like, or, like, just like, she can't get them to do what, like, she wants them to do, because you know your body better than anyone, and they're like, oh no, nothing's wrong, and she's like, fuck this, like, something's wrong. Like, she just feels powerless from everything that's happening. Then even with, like, Damon and all that, like, she feels powerless, and I get it, and I'm happy they addressed that, because you could tell, like, the way she's been acting, in these episodes, she's not herself. You can tell she feels like shit. It's just like, you can tell she doesn't feel like powerful, and like she's having a rough time, and I'm happy she opened up to it about someone, you know? Like, I feel like maybe Keisha would have been better because that is her best friend, but I was honestly happy with Lando because I feel like them opening up about that and him like talking to her and like giving her the support, I feel like that will help them become closer. Like I said, with the stuff that we found out at the end of the episode, which I'll get into in a bit. With that, like I said, Lando's going to be there for her, and so I think that will like draw them even closer. And because he knows how she feels in that way, he'll help her even more. You know? I don't know. It's just the way that they were acting like boyfriend and girlfriend this episode, and it pissed me off. The way like he had Keisha and Cam go home like to rest after like at the party, like, or she like went crazy at the party, kissed the fucking DJ, which was kind of iconic. Like, started running around. Like, the fact that he took over and like helped her run around the school, had to chase her while she was apparently like naked running around the tennis court, and then brought her back to the house and let her sleep. Like boyfriend material. It like felt like a boyfriend. Was it just me who thought that? It was literally giving boyfriend material and like boyfriend duties. It's like I said, you say you're friends, or you say you don't want to be friends, but then you're acting like a literal boyfriend. Like, wait till Eva, isn't that her name, Eva? Eva finds out about this. I mean, I think she'll probably be like, oh, no, like, it's fine, he's just being a nice friend, which, yeah, I mean, sure, but once he figures out, like, that they almost kissed and stuff like that, you know, shit's gonna go down. Especially when, like, Simone said to him, like, I want you. I know she said something after that. I literally cannot remember what she said after that. But the fact that she said that, I was like, okay. Like he's going to, not he. What the fuck am I talking? Not Lando. Simone. I'm going back and forth. I'm so fucking tired. Like, Simone, like, I want you. It's like, girl, I know you said something after that, but I'm going to pretend you didn't, because first of all, I don't remember exactly what she said. And also, it's like, in my mind, you were telling him that you want to be with him. Because it's obvious you do. Like, as much as I want them to get together, like, next episode or the episode after that, like, soon, because it's last season, I want to see some shit of them together. I hate in shows when they don't get together until the last fucking episode of the show. Like, I've had that happen so many times, and we don't get to see anything of them. Like, we see them kiss once in the final episode, like, them finally get together, and then it ends. Like, I don't want that, but then I also feel like that might be the best because of how, like, shit's going downhill for her. Like, with everything that's going on with her right now, I don't know if a relationship's the best. Like, I want them, and I really wanted them to kiss this episode, but then because she was drunk, I didn't. Or at least I didn't want them to hook up. But then with, like, her health, like, scare with finding a, what was it? What was it? A mass. Okay, I was gonna say that. I was gonna say something like that. A mass on her chest. It's going to, like, stress her out, and I feel like she's going to be so focused on that, like, with stress about tennis and stress about everything, that it's probably best that she does not get into a relationship so soon. So I think if she does, with all this going on, she's not going to be, like, fully aware, and I think it's just because she's stressed. You know how sometimes, like, when you're going through it, you get into a relationship just to distract yourself, and it's just, you're not in a great place. I feel like if they do, that will be the case, and I don't want them to. And now thinking about it, I don't even think they would get back together in a couple episodes because he is dating Eva, which, I mean, it's gonna last like an episode or two. Like, let's be real, it's not lasting. It really isn't. Like, all the relationships that are like going on right now are like going to end in the next few episodes. Because, I mean, the synopsis for next episode said some shit about Keisha and JR. I don't think it didn't say anything about, like, them talking about the relationship, but it said something that's, like, making me think that next episode's the episode that JR and Gabby and Keisha and Cam are going to break up. You know? Like, do I want that? Not at all. Like, I like JR and Keisha's friendship. I don't want anything more. I don't want any more drama. Like, yes, it's a drama. Obviously, they're going to have issues. But, like, this is the type of shit I don't want because it's going to split up the friend group. Completely. Like, Cam is friends with JR and Simone, and Gabby's friends. I mean, Gabby hasn't really hung out with any of them much. But, like, Cam's friends with both of them. Like, really good friends with JR. Like, that's going to fuck everything up. And they're probably going to think that they cheated or some shit, which, as of right now, they have not. Or, as we know, I mean, maybe they did over the summer, or, like, when she helped with the procedure. Maybe they did. We don't know. But I feel like actually they might. I don't know if they did already, but I feel like they will. I don't know. I'm not a fan because I love Gabby and JR so fucking much. Like, so much. I've been obsessed with them since they got together. I remember getting so happy when they kissed, like, for the first time on the field. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, they're so cute. Their chemistry is chemistrying. They know what they're doing. And I just love Gabby because she hasn't done anything wrong. Like, I don't care. Like, she's such a good friend, such a good girlfriend. And she really showed that this episode with, like, getting Marcus, like, asking Marcus to coach for the baseball team and, like, help them bring it back. Even though, like, she is against JR doing that because of his health, and she's scared, like, that it's going to hurt him and, like, something's gonna happen. But she still wants him to be happy and wants him to do, like what he wants to do, you know? Like, she wants him to, like, become the man he wants to become, you know, and to succeed. And if this is gonna make him that and make him happy, and this is what he's wants to do, and he's for sure not backing down anytime soon, she's gonna support him. Like, that just shows how much, like, how supportive she is, you know, and just how, like, good of a girlfriend she is. So I feel like when they break up, it's gonna be a fucking shit show because she's been only good. And even Marcus says, you gotta hold on to her, like she's a great girl. And he's right. Like, that's why I'm concerned about how they're going to do it. Because I think the way they're doing it right now, especially with her, like, now being somewhat on board, because last episode she wasn't. Or it was the episode before, I don't remember which one. But, like, she wasn't on board. So I was like, okay. Like, maybe, like, this is going to be the issue. They're going to be fighting and they're going to break up because of the baseball thing. Now that they're not, I'm like, what the hell are they going to do? Because it won't make sense for them to break up. Like, at least last few episodes when they were fighting, it kind of did. I wasn't going to approve of it, but it made some sort of sense. Now it's not. So I'm a little like, what are we gonna do? Like with Cam and Keisha, they somewhat redeemed themselves, kind of. I mean, not redeem themselves. Like, they're better now. Like, obviously, halfway through this episode, like, they got into an argument about, like, Keisha wanted something for herself, and, like, the fashion show used to always be hers, and she wants to keep it that way, and, like, all this stuff. Because, like, she wants to make sure it's, like, good by herself, and, like, make her feel, like, better about everything that's going on with grad school and stuff. And, of course, Cam got upset, which I get both sides. I think Cam should have maybe listened a bit. He does need to work on that. I think Cam's so much better than what he was. I mean, not I think. He is so much better. But I think he needs to work on that and not getting upset. Like, and just waiting and listening to what she has to say. You know? But, like, they're fine now. And he like, understood. Said, like, I understand, like, I'll pull out. And then she said no. And I mean, actually, pull out probably was not the best words, because I'm thinking about something else. Okay, back out. We're gonna go there. But, like, they're fine now, and, like, he's gonna do the fashion show with her. But because they're fine and, like, they fixed their fight, not fix their fight, but they forgave each other, got over their fight, they're in a good place now, ish. I'm like, okay, like, what the hell? Like, I thought their fight was going to go on a bit longer, even though I don't think it should have. I just thought it was going to, so they could get them to break up for JR and Keisha. So now I'm thinking, like, they're going to break up because Cam's going to see how Keisha and JR are together, and same goes for Gabby. Or at least that's going to happen with Gabby. Because with Cam and Keisha, I feel like maybe she's going to spiral next episode. Because, like, the fashion show's next episode, I think. And then she obviously got rejected from, I don't know if it's every school she applied to, but I think almost every school, grad school she applied to. It might have been every single one. So she's obviously going to spiral. Because she was stressed about this whole episode. And, like, she was on edge because of it. And then now that it actually happened, she's going to be even more on edge and, like, spiraling. And so I feel like maybe that will cause her to, like, break up with Cam, because he's going to be, like, doing stuff she doesn't like, and she's going to try to take control, and she's going to break up with him. I don't know if that's actually going to happen. I'm just trying to, like, come up with, like, ideas of what's going to happen to lead them to break up, because it's obviously going to happen. Like, it's obvious, right? Or, like, are they just trying to play with us with JR and Keisha, and they're actually just, like, best friends? Because, like, usually I would think that, but the way they're doing it, and because this is a teen drama, like a CW teen drama, they're obviously going to pull some shit like this. Like, it's not a CW teen drama if there isn't some sort of, like, cheating involved, or betrayal in a relationship. Like, I can think of some cheating in CW shows, like, off the top of my head, in teen dramas, like One Tree Hill, Riverdale, Gossip Girl. I think there was at some point. I don't know. I can't think of any others, but there was always something. So I feel like maybe that's the way they're gonna go with this. But I don't want them to. Like, it's the final season. Can we just have happiness in the friend group? Like, I get we're not going to, but, like, I don't want fighting. Because I feel like oh my gosh. Keisha and JR are doing that's not only going to cause tension with Cam and Gabby and them, it's going to cause with everyone. Because I feel like Simone is going to get, like, dragged around. And, like, same with Nate. I don't know who else. Because, I mean, now that Damon's gone, it's really just them. So it's like, how are they going to do this? Like, how? Like, fuck. I don't like this. Because I think this is really, like, a shitty storyline if they're going to actually do it, like, getting them together. Like, can we just have a good platonic friendship between them, please? Like, it doesn't have to be anything, especially because they have never hinted about it before. It's just becoming a thing now. Like, it would be different if, like, we kind of maybe saw something there in the earlier seasons, but personally, I have not. Because it's always been Keisha and Cam. Like, it's been them since, like, they made out in, like, the first or second episode. You know, it's been leading up to, like, them being together. Like, and I get, they haven't really had a ton of drama. Like, I mean, they have. But they haven't, like, had insane amounts of drama yet. Like, while they've been together. Or if they have, I forgot. So, like, I get they have to do it as a couple. And, like, as being a teen drama, but it's still like, fuck. Like, when it actually happens, I'm gonna be really pissed off, because I know they're not gonna do it in a good way. Like, one thing about, like, the All-American franchise, or whatever you want to call it, is I do not agree with, like, a good chunk of the things that the writers decide to do. Like, some things I'm 100% down for, and I'm like, oh, this is great. But there are a lot of things I don't think are smart and don't really agree with. I might come around eventually. But I feel like this is going to be one of the things I don't agree with. It's not. Like, come on. Like, yeah, I want Keisha to be happy, especially with everything she's, like, dealing with. Because she was stressed as hell. And I felt bad because she, like, couldn't even have a good time at Simone's party. Because like, first of all, she was worried about Simone because she was all over the place, like, drunk as hell, like, falling off the table and all like that. But it's also because, like, she's trying to get into grad school, specifically in New York, to be near her dad. She got a couple rejections already. Then she got 3 more by the end of the episode. She got into a fight with Cam. She's worried that the fashion show isn't good and she needs to change it up. And then, like, she's good with Cam now, but, like, she just got rejected, so she's gonna spiral. Nate wasn't there to help her. So it's just, like, it's a lot, and I just think her and JR getting together, and then Cam and Keisha drama, and Gabby drama with JR, like, all of them together is just not gonna help her, you know? I guess we'll see, because, like, when they were talking at the end of the episode, when they were talking about their relationships, I know they're just doing that for, like, them to seem like friends and be like, oh, let's talk about the relationships, but then they're actually gonna get together, like, or hook up. I know that's what they're doing, and it just kind of was like, oh my gosh, I don't like them doing that. Like, I like friends talking about their relationships and going to each other for advice about it, but not when they're obviously going to get together. Or fuck, at least. I don't know. Oh, it upsets me. Like, can JR and Gabby just be together? And Cam and Keisha as well. Because I've loved Cam and Keisha since, like, season 1. And it's like, I just want them to be together. And I would like them to be endgame. Like, I just don't think it's a good idea. Like, I'm honestly surprised that JR hasn't hooked up with one of the girls in the group, but I don't really want it, especially now that he's with Gabby. If he wasn't with Gabby and Cam wasn't with Keisha, I maybe would be, like, somewhat okay with it, but because they're together and, like, they seem solid as of right now, it's not. And I'm, like, upset we got scenes of Cam, Keisha, JR, and Gabby, like, all together, because it's, like, it's gonna get fucked up. Like, I know they just did that so it would seem good, but it's obviously gonna get fucked up. And the way Gabby said, like, we've never all hung out together, I'm like, okay, well, this will probably be the last fucking time. And I'm mad because I wanted to see more of them together. I think, like, the 4 of them together would have such a good, like, dynamic, but we're not gonna see it because they're gonna fuck it up. It's like, holy shit. Like, this is why I'm always scared to start drama, like, teen dramas. Because I always know that friends are gonna hook up while they're in other relationships, and it's going to piss me off. It always does. It always does. It's like, oh, like, fuck. Oh my gosh. Like, I just don't know. If they're gonna be endgame, I better get my Simone and Lando endgame. I'm sorry, because I'm not gonna get JR and Gabby. I'm not gonna get Cam and Keisha. At least give me that. Or, like, give me Thea happy at the end of the show. That would be nice as well. Because we have not seen her. It's like, I just need my Lando and Simone endgame if I'm gonna not get my 2 other endgames on the show. I mean, even if I do get those 2, like, those 2 endgames, I would like Simone and Lando to get together, obviously. But I feel like we won't get all. I don't know. This is so upsetting. Like, I was so excited for this episode because I was excited for Simone's 21st, especially after Spencer's 21st, like, episode. That was incredible and one of my favorite episodes of the season. And, like, it got me so excited for this. And I was having a great time at the party, but then, like, we got drama, and, like, I was thinking they were gonna break up, and, like, I started thinking about Gabby and JR, or, like, Keisha and JR getting together, especially when they were talking at the end, and, like, being there for each other. And I was like, okay, well, it's fun while it lasted. I mean, it can't be an all-American episode without excitement and drama and chaos, but I just wanted to be focused on Simone's birthday and nothing else, just because I wanted happiness. And, like, we got it for a bit, but then we didn't, because Marcus and his son was like a big storyline this season, which I wasn't like completely against, or I mean, not this season, this episode. I wasn't like completely against it because I think it's a somewhat interesting storyline. I just didn't want it this episode because I wanted it focused on Simone's birthday and then Simone figuring out what's wrong. And of course we did get like a lot of that, but it wasn't half of the episode, but a good amount of the episode was about Noah and Marcus, which is like I said, another episode I would have been fine with, but I wanted the focus to be on, Simone. But it's still, I mean, I'm like, the storyline's fine. I still don't completely know how to feel about it. I feel like I need another episode or two to really digest it and figure it out. I think it's an interesting storyline with him, and it's a good way to keep him on the show while baseball is gone. I mean, I know he agreed to become the coach at the end of it, and practice starts secretly next week, but because it's not official yet, I think this is a good way to keep him on there. But it's I don't know, because I don't know if I'm a fan of Marcus. I still have not figured that out. He has his moments where I like him, but then he also has his moments where I don't. So, I still don't know, which is rare for me, because usually by a third season, I know where I stand with people. Or not even the third season. When this first season ends, I usually know where I stand with people. It's rare for me to not know. I just think I liked him at some points, but then he pissed me off in others, especially with the whole Amara and Crystal situation. That pissed me off, and I just still don't understand how he did not somehow find out that he had a child, a 14-year-old child. It upset me that he was upset that the kid didn't want to do anything. I'm like, okay, just give him some time, because what did you fucking expect? You have not been around for 14 years. I get it's not your fault. You did not know he existed. The mom did not tell you. But he has a stepdad who was like his father, and he's close with him, and to him, that is his father. You have not been around for 14 years. So, yeah, obviously. And he wanted to do stuff that was, kid stuff. Museum, that's not that bad. I don't know what museum he said. Maybe the museum he said, and, type of museum was not great. But, going to a park and, doing all this stuff. Some teenagers just want to, relax, maybe watch a movie with you, chill. Don't, not do anything crazy. That's how I'm I'm an adult now, technically, because I'm 19. I'm an adult teenager. I don't know. I'm a teenager, but I'm also an adult. I don't really know where you're supposed to stand when you're 18 and 19, because you're still technically a teenager. But anyways, when when I was a teenager, okay, before I was 18, and still now, I'm not the type of person that wants to go out that much. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It really just depends. Especially when I was 14. I mean, I went out because I had to, but I didn't like it. And I would much rather just stay at home, watch a movie with my parents. And when I spend time with my dad, because my parents are divorced now, I don't go out. We literally rarely go out. Sometimes we'll go out to eat with my brother, or just the two of us occasionally. But usually when I'm at his house, we don't plan all these extravagant things and going out and do things. We just lay on the couch and watch Disney Channel. That's literally what we do. Or a movie. And I get he hasn't been around for 14 years, so he wants to kind of catch up and do the things that they haven't been able to do. But he's a teenager. Teenagers don't want to do that. You just kind of have to kind of do what he wants to so he forms a relationship with you. Because clearly he didn't want to. They're fine now. But I get why Noah kind of thought he was a dick, because he hadn't been around for 14 years and didn't even try. Even though he didn't know. But I liked how JR kind of was okay, let me take him, kind of show him around Bringston, because I also feel he wanted to be around people, not his age, but younger people, and kind of see things and hang out with some guys closer to his age than his dad. So, like, I like that they took him around and were trying to hype up Marcus because, like, I mean, for the most part, he is a decent guy. Like I said, I still don't know where I stand with him, but he's not awful. Like, there are worse people on the show and in general. Like, he's not awful. So I liked how they were trying to hype him up, and he was like, okay, yeah, maybe he's good, because what JR said, like, he has a dad, like, they all have dads, but they always need Marcus, because he's, like, a second dad to them, and, like, has helped them through so much. So I was like, okay, good, we're on, like, good terms, like, he's gonna, like, be okay with him. And then the whole JR and Marcus situation happened, which I knew Noah was gonna hear. And, like, I'm not surprised. Like, here's the thing with that whole argument. I understood both sides. Like, JR, he's healthy as of right now. Like, he's training. He's, like, so passionate about this. Like, this is what he wants to do in his future. Like, this can help him become the man he wants to become. And then with Marcus, I get where he's coming from. Like, with how he, like, is worried for his health. Like, he's just starting to get healthy, or finally got healthy. And, like, he's worried about that. And then also, he had some issues when he was younger in, like, baseball, so he doesn't want Marcus to, like, and not Marcus, JR to have to go through the stuff he did. So, like, I understood both sides, but Marcus yelling at him probably was not the best idea because his son was in the other room. Like, I feel like he should have thought about the fact that, oh, my son is here, he's nearby, he might hear me and might get upset. He already doesn't like me. And obviously he did not think about that because he, like, argued, you know? Or not, he got mad at him. I'm happy he came around and talked to Marcus, and, like, they're on better terms, I think. I mean, from what he said, I think they're good, and maybe we'll see more of him. I feel like we have to. If they, like, just did that for, like, an episode, just for, like, some short storyline before we get back into the baseball thing, I'm gonna be really upset, because it was all this build-up, last episode and this episode, for nothing. So, like, I hope he shows up again. Do I care about him not that much? No. But I don't hate him, and I feel like it's a decent storyline. So, like, while we're figuring out the whole baseball situation and how we're gonna do it, I feel like this is a good storyline for Marcus. Because it's not like he can have a storyline with Amara anymore, because she's gone. I still do think that they will be endgame, though. I'm just throwing this out there. Amara and Marcus probably will end up together. Because I feel like they have to. Right? I mean, that might just be me, but I feel like they have to. Or, like, it'll just feel stupid if they don't, from, like, all this history they have. And, like, all that shit. Because weren't they, like, I don't know if they were high school sweethearts, but weren't they got, like, college sweethearts or some shit like that? So, like, I feel like they kind of have to be endgame, right? I don't know. I'm just fucking mad Amara was not here this episode. It's like, your niece turned 21 and you're not going to show up? Like, same with Nate. I'm so upset Nate didn't show up. Like, that was so upsetting. And I did some research of why, like, or not why she didn't show up, but why Keisha wasn't in last episode, because I was confused. And someone said because they cut the budget, which I already knew they cut the budget for this season, like, quite a bit, and they got rid of other cast members, obviously, but because they cut the budget, they can't have all the characters in an episode or some shit like that. So, I don't, like, that's apparently why Nate wasn't in this episode either, I think, and I get they cut the budget, but that's really upsetting. Like, they could have done without the Marcus storyline this episode. Even though, like, yes, it was kind of important for his, like, arc, I guess. And him, like, coming around. Like, Noah being there and talking to him. Saying, like, why he needs to help JR. And, like stuff about helping JR become the man he wants to become. That helped him come around to helping with baseball, because he, like, said no at first. So, I get why they did it, but I feel like it would have been better next episode And so this episode was like Simone birthday based. And so we could have had Nate. Because I think it was so stupid that Nate was not there. Like, I'm happy they at least addressed it. Like, for Keisha, they just said last episode that she ran off and was doing some shit. Like, they didn't say where she was. At least for this, they said she had, like, interviews for law school. So at least they said something. But it pissed me off because that's her best friend. Like, one of her best friends. And we don't even know if she's going to be in next episode either because she wasn't in the trailer. Like, I'm going to be really upset if Nate isn't in next episode because of everything that's happening with Simone. Because we know Keisha's in next episode, but I want, like, Nate to be there as well because Simone's going to need all the support she can get. Like, she just found out she has a mass on her chest after going to the doctor. That random fucking doctor was like, oh, nothing's wrong. Took blood because Simone was like, no, something's wrong. And I'm happy she at least, like, told them, something is wrong, you're gonna need to do this because I know my body, like, I know it. Like, nothing was wrong, or at least they said nothing was wrong. And, like, was spiraling this whole episode, and the reason she took control of her party and made it this big thing, it was, like, getting drunk and all, making everyone else drink as well, was because she was trying to distract herself from everything, because it was stressing her out. She didn't want to think about the fact that she had got the results the next day. And, like, once she got them, it didn't even help because she knew, like, it's wrong. Like, something is wrong that the blood can't tell, you know? And even, like, I'm happy she talked to Marcus, or, like, Marcus talked to her because, first of all, we haven't really got any scenes of them, and I think it's kind of nice to see, like, people interact that usually don't, especially with Amara gone. I think she needs some adult to come around and, like, help her. And I'm happy he said, like, you know yourself and your body better than anyone else. Keisha's dad, call him and ask for an MRI. Like, you need to get one. Like, something's wrong. You know it. Let's figure it out. And I'm happy she did. But, like, now I'm even more stressed because I don't know where this is going to go. Like, I knew it was going to be something like this. Like, I had a feeling it was going to be something like this. To be honest, like, I'm not surprised, like, that this happened. Like, I think it is a good storyline for her, but it just scares me of, like, how it's gonna go with her tennis, because that makes me think that we're not gonna see her not go pro, but, like, she's not going to be able to continue. I don't know if that was gonna happen, because we don't know how severe it is yet. Like, we don't know if it's, like, related to cancer yet. Usually, like, when that happens, like, that's a huge concern, I'm pretty sure. But we don't know yet. I think we have to see next episode if that's what it is. But it just scares me because, like, from what we saw in the promo, like, she's going to be off her game. And we saw that last episode, she was already off her game. And, like, she lost her match. And, like, it's struggling in practice because it hurts. And so, like, it's not going to go well. I don't know. I'm nervous. Like, I think, like I said, I think it's a good storyline and it's interesting for her and for development. But, like, I'm nervous. I'm really nervous because I want her to keep playing. I know this is going to affect her tennis in some way. But, like, I don't want it to affect it in the way that she can't play anymore, you know? I just hope everyone's, like, really there for her. I mean, Keisha was, when they were going around looking for the phone and she told her what was wrong. Keisha was there for her and said, like, if, like, something's wrong, we'll figure it out together. And, like, she was good. And, like, Marcus was supportive, and I think Marcus will be, like, moving forward. But I just hope everyone else is. I need Nate to be supportive. I need Cam, JR, Gabby. I need everyone. Thea as well. And Lando. Lando. I really think Lando's going to be, like, that's going to kind of push them closer. Even though they're kind of friends now. Because he kind of said, like, we're friends at the end of it. Before he said, I made it official with Eva. And, like, she walked out. But, so they're kind of friends. So I think he'll really be there for her then. But I just need everyone to, like, kind of help her. Specifically next episode. Because we don't know how severe it is. And we don't know if it means cancer yet. So I need everyone just to be her support system while she, like, navigates this. And if it is, like, cancer or something like that, I just need everyone to be there and be supportive. I kind of feel like Amara might be in the next episode just because of this whole situation. But I also don't know. I mean, I don't know much about next episode besides the fact that we get the fashion show, which I'm very excited for because it reminds me of season 3, episode 17 of All American, the iconic fashion show in the back row pilot. Like, that was iconic. I will never shut up about that because the fact that they got Partition by Beyonce on there is actually insane to me. Like, how much did they have to pay to get that? Like, Liv and Simone ate that up. Like, I know it's not gonna be the same because Olivia's not there, but like, that was iconic, and I'm excited to see it again just because it will remind me of it. And like, we know Simone's helping with it, and I think that's how Keisha's gonna find out that there's, like, she found out something's wrong, because I don't know, I feel like Simone might not tell everyone at first, and then like we saw in the promo that she like stressed out, like she can't like push very hard because of it. Because I think she also has, like, a procedure or something. I think that's what we saw. So that's probably going to mess her up even more. And so I think that's how Keisha's going to find out about it. Maybe whoever else is there. So, like, I'm excited to see that. And, of course, Thea is finally back. Like, praise the Lord. I'm so happy. I've missed her so much. I literally remember, I think, second episode and I think, honestly, last 2 episodes, I said I was very upset and like went on a rampage about how upset I was about her not being there, especially because she's a series regular. I'm mad it took 5 episodes for her to, or technically 4 episodes for her to show up. I'm very upset, but I hope that means she'll be in the upcoming episodes, and I want her to help Simone like through this journey. I really hope, because she said, like, we saw Simone like on the court, and I think like she's gonna mess up and Simone's gonna be like, what, or not Simone, Thea's gonna be like, what's going on, like, you need to tell me, and maybe she'll open up to her and Thea will help her. I don't know, I kind of hope that happens because I love their friendship and I want to see more of them this season, because we never really get to see much of them like on good terms. So I want to see Thea be like supportive and help her, because like this is scary for anyone, like anyone. So like I need them to be supportive, and like it's even scarier for Simone probably because she's worried she's not going to be able to play tennis and not going to be able to go pro and like get like demoted from captain. So I hope Thea like is there for her and helps her through it. But other than that, I don't know a fucking thing about next episode. I'm just ready for Thea to show up. I'm sorry. That's like literally, I'm ready to see what's going on with Simone and like get more answers about that, because I'm really intrigued to see how they're going to do this story, because this seems like this is going to be the main story for the season, like how it's been building up. Like she got hurt in the second episode, she realized like something's wrong last episode, and then she found out this. Like I think it's gonna like, this is gonna be her big storyline along with like Lando and Damon's situation. So I guess we'll see. But I don't know. I want to say like something else that I think we'll have in next episode, but I never know. I'm just manifesting that Nate's there as well, because I'm going to be really pissed off if Nate's not around. But I don't remember in the synopsis if it said Nate was there, so I might need to look that up after I do this. But I think I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you so much for listening. Sorry this was a mess. I mean, like I say, every episode's literally a mess because that's just who I am. But I'm a little all over the place today. A lot going on. I had a lot today and I'm so fucking tired, so I was kind of out of it and stuff like that. So sorry if it was a mess. But again, thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you guys next week for episode 5.